Okay, so hello everybody, hope you are doing well. Well, in today's video, we will be uploading a new pin to our Firebase. So here we will have a new collection which will be called pins, where we got all the pins details. And when we do create on pin here, we should be able, when selecting an image, to when I click on next, I should be able to go to the next one. And first thing, I want to fix this issue, so let's start coding. Okay, so to fix our first issue, we need to go to our full screen. And as you can see, I'm applying dot padding of dot bottom on the entire scroll view. It should be applied only on the lazy V stack, so all I need to go is cut this and paste it here instead. And this should be all to fix this first issue. So if I run it now, the issue should be fixed. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't take a lot of time to build, and we go to fix the second issue. Okay, now if I click on create, choose a pin, choose an image, as you can see now it's okay. It doesn't take too much space. Okay, which is the correct one. The second thing I want to do is when I click on next, to be able to go to the next view, which is the create pin view. And to do so, I will first go to my, so let's stop this. I need to go to my view model and here add a variable that says var show create pin view. That will be boolean and by default false. That's the first thing I need to do. The second thing I want to do is display it, so it will be a full screen cover. So here I will add dot full screen cover with is presented being dollar view model dot show create pin view, which we just added. And for content, we display our content, which is create pin view, and we pass the view model. And now when I click on the button next, okay, so let's see where is our button next. So I think it's in the Z stack, yes. Okay, so when I click on the button next, I will make it view model dot show create pin view dot toggle, or you can make it equal to true, it's the same thing here. So now if I run it, when I click on next, I should be able to go to the next view. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't take a lot of time to build, and then we start working on the second thing to do. Okay, so finger crossed everything will be working perfectly. So okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, now when I click on create, then on pin, when I select an image, click on next, as you can see, I displayed this create pin view, but as you can see, the image is not passed yet, so we need to pass the image. So that's the next thing I need to do. So in my create pin view here, I will add one where I pass the selected assets. So it will be private let selected assets, and it will be of type an array of ph asset, and I need to import photo for Xcode to recognize it. Then I need to pass it, because it's private, via the initializer. So self dot selected asset will be equal to selected asset, and now I need to pass my selected asset. So when I call my create pin view, I need to add this argument, which is my selected asset. Okay, and here I will pass view model dot photo asset dot filter, and here I will check the one that contains our local identifier. So view model dot selected photo dot contains our local identifier. So $0 dot local identifier. So the ones that are selected, I'm passing only the ones that are selected. And there is still an error. I think it's because here I need in my preview, so in my preview I need to pass select asset. I will give it an empty array for my preview. I don't really care about it. You can, I can also even delete the preview. I don't really need it, but let's pass an empty array for now. Okay, the second thing I need to do now is load this image. So first thing, in my view model I will add one for an array of selected image, because I can select a number of images. So var selected images of type array of UI image. Okay, and one of the reasons why I'm going to work with UI image is because I'm going to use Cloudinary instead of Firebase. So, and to explain why, first, so if I go now to Firebase and go to storage, as you can see, I need to upgrade the project. So upgrade your project's billing plan, and I'm not planning to upgrade the project planning plan. So instead I'm going to use Cloudinary, and Cloudinary still uses UI kit and all that stuff. So that's why I'm going to send it using UI image. Okay, and I will explain it later, the logic behind it, because we will store our pins here as a collection with everything, and just like you see here with all the data. And when you got, for example, image URL, I will paste the URL in Cloudinary. Okay, so let's go back here and continue. Like we said, in our create pin view, I want to be able to load the images. So here, in other words, I want to use the selected asset that I just passed to load all the selected images. So I will add private func load selected images. And here I'm going to start loading all of them. So it's not really a code you need to know. It's something you will write only once and then copy and paste it. So it will be let option equal ph image request option. After that, it will be, it's just some options. So like dot delivery mode will be high quality format. If is network to access is allowed, so I will make it true. If it's asynchronous, so option dot asynchronous, I will make it to false. Okay, then I will use my selected asset. So for asset, in selected asset, and I will have ph image manager dot default dot request image, and I'm going to use the first one. For I will pass the asset for target size. Let's try ph in the one with maximum size. For content mode, I will go with aspect fit. with option, I will pass the option, and when for the handler, as you see, it returns images and info. So first one will be images, and for this dictionary it will be info. And I'm not really going to need it. I can even not call it info. I'm not going to use it anyway. So here I will have I want it on the main thread, so dispatch queue.main.async. Okay, and I don't want it this way, so dot async, and here view model dot selected images, and I will append the image. Okay, and I think the problem is that the image can be nil, so before this I will place it in if let, so if let image equal image. So if it's not nil, in that case I will append the image to selected image. Okay, which is perfect. And finally all we need here is in dot on appear to call our function. So here we call self dot load selected images, and this should be enough to display our image. So one last thing, instead of using, as you can see, an image from our asset folder, which is post 10, now we can get the image from our selected image. We see, so we can do if let first image, and we always take the first one. So view model dot selected images dot first, because we can select multiple image. In that case, instead of image of post 10, it will be image and UI image of first image. And now we can paste all this, so cut this and paste it here. So if I run the project, when I click on next, I should be able to display the selected image. So hopefully everything works. So we start now uploading the image. Or uploading the pin, I apologize. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't take a lot of time, because we got still a lot of work to do. Okay, so okay, now when I click on create on pin, when I select an image or even two images, if I click on X, the first one will be selected. Okay, which is perfect. Just we wanted the one we selected, which is perfect. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is being able to upload the pin. So first thing, in my view model here, I will add a function to upload pin. So function upload pin, it will be async throws. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing is go to my create pin view, and now when I click on create, here I want to call it, so task, here try await, I will call view model dot upload pin, and I want to be able also to dismiss the view, so dismiss, and here you will have at environment slash dot dismiss private var dismiss. Okay, so we are able to dismiss it, which is perfect. The third thing I want to do now is go to my user service and start implementing the function to upload the pin. So in other words, we go and display upload pin. So we will add a function that we will call upload pin, and I will pass the item name, which is of type string, a description, which is also of type string, and I will make it optional because the user can choose not to have a description. I will also add a link that will be also an optional string, and the image or a UI image. So UI image of type UI image, and it will be also optional. All this will be async throws. And now let's start implementing it. So the first thing, I need the user ID. So guard let user ID equal auth.auth.current user ID else return. The second thing is, as you see, the UI image is optional, so to make sure that the UI image is not nil, so guard let UI image equal UI image else return. Okay, then I will have my pin ref, so in Firebase, so let pin ref. It will be firestore.firestore.collectionPins.document. So in other words, like we did for user, we want to add a collection here for pins. Okay, perfect. Then I will pass the pin, and one little issue. So for example, let's me do the pin. So let pin equal item with item name and ID and everything. And one of the issues, for example, for the ID, it's clear, I will pass UID. For item name, I will pass item name, which is item name, for example. I can also pass, I probably also need to pass description, and so here I will pass description. And for is selected, it will be false. And I will also add link, so here I will pass link. But the main issue is the image name. As you can see, image name requires a string, and I'm passing so far a UI image. So I need to get the UI image, so let's comment this for now. And I need to get the UI image. To do so, I'm going to explain it. I'm going to store the image in Cloudinary, and I want to get the link inside Cloudinary. So here I will add a new file from template, a Swift file. I'm going to call it image uploader. Okay, and here I'm going to import UIKit. For one of the reasons is because Cloudinary is still in the documentation using UIKit, so it's a lot easier to use UIKit to implement it. So I will write extract image uploader. Okay, and before I start, or I'm not going to re-implement it, so I'm going to copy this code so I can explain it, because it's not something you really need to know. So this is the code you need to upload it to Cloudinary. It's very easy. All you need also is the cloud name and the upload preset. So if you want, you can pause the video and copy this code. Then all we need is to go to our console.cloudinary.com. You will find the link in the description. Okay, all you need is create an account, then go to dashboard, As you can see, you got your cloud name, so you copy your cloud name and here you paste it here, so your cloud name, and then you need an upload preset, so you go to setting. Okay, and I apologize, I don't know, the connection is a little bit, internet connection is a little bit slow. Okay, then go to upload. Okay, you add upload preset. In my case, I will call it Pinterest tutorial. For sign-in mode, choose unsigned because I want to upload without the need to sign in to Cloudinary, because I don't really want, I'm signing to Firebase, so I don't really need to sign in also to Cloudinary. Okay, so I'm going to copy the name and paste it here, and that's all you need to upload it to Cloudinary. It's really easy. Okay, once all this is done, you go to our user service, and now we can get the data, because as you saw, let me go back, our function is returning a string. So now we can get our image URL, so guard let image URL, it will be equal to try wait image uploader dot upload create pin, and we pass our UI image, and if the string is nil, in that case we will return. And now I can get this back, and for image name pass the image URL. Okay, now all we need is to encode it and set the data, so guard let encoded pin, it will be equal to try firestore dot encoder dot encode pin, and else return if it doesn't succeed. Okay, and now all we need is set the data, so try wait pin ref dot set data, and we give it our encoded pin. Okay, and this is all we need to upload the pin. Now in my view model I can start calling it, so I can do try wait pin service, or I think it's user service, I apologize, so user service dot share dot upload pin, and for item name I think it's title, for description it's called description, for link I will pass link, and for the image I will pass the first one in our selected image array, so selected image image first one, so index 0. Okay, and so this should be all to upload the pin. This is all I need to upload the pin. Okay, so this should be all. I can start testing it. So if I'm not sure if I called it here, I think I did already, so I should be all. So if now I run the project, I should be able to upload the pin. So finger crossed everything will be working. Okay, and one of the reasons, like I said, why I went for Cloudinary is, as you saw, I don't even need to sign in to upload the image there, so that way I think I can use it to upload the image and still use Firebase. So For me, it was a good solution. Okay, now I select an image, click on next. I'm going to call it watch. Okay, for the for description, I will call it nice Rolex watch. I'm not going to put any link for topic. Let's do sport. Okay, I will click on create. Okay, and I got a little issue which also should be dismissing, so I'm going to fix this next. But let's first check that it was uploaded successfully. Then we fix the dismissing issue. Okay, as you can see, I got a pin collection. As you see, the description, the ID, and for the image name, as you can see, it's the URL of our image inside Cloudinary, which is perfect. So it went perfectly. The last thing I need to do is this one also should dismiss. So to handle this, I need to go first to my view model. Okay, so let's stop this from running. I don't need it running anymore. I will add a boolean that says should dismiss all. So var should dismiss all. It will be a boolean, and by default equal to false. When I create a pin, when I click on create, so let's check where I do the create one part. So okay, so I apologize, but I need to check where I'm creating pin. So here, after I did upload pin, I want to have view model dot should dismiss all equal true. Okay, and when I dismiss the create pin view and go to my full screen photo gallery here, I'm going to check if should dismiss all became true. So dot on change of view model dot should dismiss all. The first one I don't need, the second one I will get the new value. So if new value is equal to true, if new value is equal to true, in that case I will dismiss. Okay, so let's retry this, and hopefully now I will create a new pin and in the same time dismiss the view. So finger crossed everything will work perfectly. So okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't take a lot of time. Okay, perfect. Now I click on create pin. Let's select Natasha Romanov. Click on next. For title, I will call it Natasha Romanov. Okay, so Natasha Romanov. For description, best spy of all time. Okay, I'm not going to add a link or a board or anything. For now, I will click on create, and hopefully, as you can see, everything was dismissed. So perfect. And if I go now and refresh this, of course, I will have it already added. So So for pins, as you can see, I got Natasha Romanov, image URL, everything. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next one, we will start displaying the pins we added. But for now, that's all. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.